Well, hello everyone. It's another episode of the Trasu's Toy Box. So this is a different episode. This is not a opening of a toy and discovering, what's inside for the first time, nor is it an old toy opening, but more like a hey, look what I found at a flea market, which has been pretty dry for me this season. Overall, this warm season from spring to summer is usually when I go, and I really haven't found anything as cool, I think, as this. So what we're going to do today is, as I said, a little bit different. I'm going to go through these things, and basically this is the first time I've really dug through this box since I got it on Sunday. I mean, it's, today is a couple days after that, but so yeah, we're gonna dig through this, and I'm gonna, see what I can name off, and more than likely, I don't know what I have here, but I know everything in this bin was 25 cents a piece, and literally he gave me this whole flat for $5. So we're gonna see what's in this thing. We're not gonna open anything that's sealed right now, but we're definitely gonna see what's in this thing and go through it together. So I figured that would be a little fun experiment to do. So again, it's there was other people digging through, so I just went through, and anything that caught my eye I grabbed, put it in a flat like this, and the rest is history. So let's get to it. There's going to be really no edits in this, because the way I do things is usually raw and on the fly. If the cat jumps up here, then guess what? The cat gets featured in my videos, but hopefully he doesn't try to steal the show too much. So I guess let's get started. So let's see. The first thing I'm going to grab, this might be in two parts too. It all depends on how much time I have or how much of this cat decides to jump up. So this looks like a dinosaur from Definitely Dinosaurs, as you could tell by this little mark here. So usually that's what happens with Definitely Dinosaurs of all types, except for the cavemen. I think they have this little stamp you can see. But this looks like a kid's meal toy. I don't know if it was from McDonald's or Burger King, either or. I know for a fact from research previously, because I do collect Definitely Dinosaurs, that there was a couple different colors of each of these. So we have a Triceratops here. So I'm going to try to put everything to the side or over here. Here's another one. So this one has a little bit of paint wear, which not really paint wear, but more like gunk on it, but it looks like it's definitely able to come off. So I was able to peel this stuff off right away so you could see. But this is from the other, definitely the same series. So we have a Definitely Dinosaur stamp there. We have a Brontosaurus, a pink one. Again, McDonald's or Burger King. So this, I think, was from Taco Bell. Let's see what this says. This is executive by Surge Entertainment. I don't know. But I know this was, I think, Taco Bell. But this is a water squirter. This is from Street Sharks. As you can see, he's busting out of the street, and he's a hammerhead shark, so hence the name. It is a water squirter. You can see that little hole right there, and he's doing that little business, so that's kind of cool. We have Brightheart from the Care Bearer PVC line. This wasn't a kids' meals toy at all, so this was just a regular release. This, I think, if I remember right, this came with a candle. A little bit dirty, obviously. A lot of these things I think are going to have to be cleaned, but so this is Brightheart. I remember seeing this in the box and being like, "Ooh, it's Brightheart! It's a Care Bear Cousins," because obviously you see the Care Bears all the time, but not the cousins, because they're cousins. And again, a little dirty, but that's Brightheart, and he came with a candle, which I don't think I grabbed. So we're gonna put Brightheart over here. All right, so what we have here is, I think this is another kids' meals toy from McDonald's. And if I remember correctly, yep, there we go. So these actually were marketed as being able to interchange the monsters. So again, you could take the tail off and put it onto another one. I think I have another one here. I'll just bring that up right away. So here we go. So here's another one. So basically you could take off the head to this one and put it on this one. I mean, these are pretty cool. I mean, they're definitely older, so they're definitely, I don't know if you want to call them vintage, but they're definitely from the 80s. And I mean, you could take the tail off, put it on this one. There you go. Or you can even shorten it up and just make a little freaking thing out of it. So, I mean, they're kind of neat for what they're worth, or for what they are. I mean, you could put two tails on them if you want, two asses. But I don't know, kind of neat for what they were. Again, 25 cents. I'm not going to pass up on a little fun fidget toy for that. Plus, if I ever get a small, I hate calling them smalls, but if I ever get a shelf for little small, things, these would definitely go up on there. So again, pretty cool. This one, I don't know what it is. This actually came with a bunch of little things inside, but I dumped them out. I know it's probably a kid's toy. It's a fridge, but it says no space aliens inside this fridge. I don't know what this is from, but it was really cool, and I'll probably get to the space. Let's see if I can dig through here and find the aliens that I dumped out of this at one point. So here's one of them. This is weird. And I think they all fit in pretty solidly. So they all fit in their own specific way. Here's another one, and another one, and another one. So there's a bunch of them that fit in there, which is really weird. I really don't know. Oh, and I think this is another one, but I don't know exactly. I don't know what this is from. I don't know if this actually went in there or not, but we'll just say it did. Looks like a ghost of some sort. But, so this, I mean, they're kind of neat looking, right? So it says Saban, so it's actually something to do with Saban. So there's this one. This one looks kind of goofball McGee. And then there's this one. This one, I feel like this reminds me of something. It might remind me of those little weird, messed up shrimp in The Little Mermaid a little bit. But yeah, so apparently they all fit in this refrigerator somehow. I don't even know if that's supposed to go in there. Yeah, apparently that goes up in there. And then they all fit somehow. Anyway, so there's that. I still have to figure out what that is. I'm not 100% sure what line that's from. All right, next, so I picked this up. I really didn't know what it was. It was kind of neat. It's a little monster, but I asked around and... because actually I did research this because I was very curious to see. So on my way home, not driving, of course, because I'm safe, I found out that this is actually from Marvel's Toy Biz line. I don't know. It's a little friend from Marvel's Toy Biz line. I don't really know. It's from a figure, and I guess it's his little friend or something like that. Who knows? But still cool. I don't know if that focus is going, but there we go. I'll put that to the side. Next we have this. Obviously, we all know what this is. This is Grimace as a ghost. So we were lucky enough back in the 80s, late 80s, mid 80s, to get really cool Halloween toys from McDonald's. And one of them, I just hope this doesn't break. I'm not going to even try. One of them were the Burger Gang. Oh, there we go. The Burger Gang, if you want to call it the Burger Gang. They were all dressed in costumes, and basically you can just put those costumes on, and there would be spooky costumed trick-or-treaters. So this is Grimace, and he's a ghost. As you can see, he's got that ooh mouth. Grimace is probably my favorite character, aside from the Fry Guys, which don't show up anymore, but there we go. He's a ghost, I think. I do have the rest in my collection somewhere, and I think this is the only one I was missing. So that's why I decided to grab that. All right, so we have another Street Sharks here. I don't know if this is an actual kid's toy. It's from 1995, it says. Street Players. But this may be. It has, arms that you can move. It looks like it went on something, so maybe it went on like a candy or a bath toy or something. But there's another Street Sharks thing. Here, these are kind of neat. So I've ended up collecting a lot of these throughout the years. I bought, there's a hair on there, free hair. I bought a bunch in a lot, probably like 3 or 4, 5 in a lot, and I just think they're kind of neat. So they're from Trendmasters, and some of these you can squish, and guts will come out if you fill them with slime. Others do this. So it's basically like real gross bugs, I think they're called, or something to that effect. But you basically pull this, they vibrate close because, bugs do that, and then that's that. So again, super kind of detailed for a little rubber toy. But let's see if I can get that focus back in there. So very cool. Again, everything I'm showing you is 25 cents, so it's not like I could go wrong with that. That's that. All right, so we got another dinosaur. So earlier I had this pink one, but as I said, definitely dinosaurs had a McDonald's promotion, and they came in different colors. This one actually seems like it has painted eyes, and this one seems like it used to be painted, or maybe just worn a little bit better. But there's a blue one. Maybe there was a green one like this Triceratops over here. So that was kind of neat. Here's another Care Bear. I just picked out a random. So this is Sleepy Time Bear, basically me all the time. It's a vitamin deficiency, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, looks like his eyes are a little bit too high. Also, he looks like he is high. But Sleepy Time Bear, I don't know what he came with, but I think they all came with something, a little accessory. He's got his little hair, tough. All right, so another thing I got was this. I think this is Sideswipe's gun. I just figured, I knew it was Transformers, so I just threw it in the bin. I don't know what this is from. I know it's a kid's meal toy, but I don't know what series. I just thought it was really cool because it did this. So very weird. It's rubber. Don't know if it glows, but it definitely has the real Ghostbusters feel to it. I know it's not real Ghostbusters, but again, very neat looking. Wah, wah. All right, I got look at it. So I found a couple of these. I'll pull out the next one in a second. So these are Animorphs. McDonald's probably did Animorphs. Oh, what? McDonald's had Animorphs. I didn't even know this did this. McDonald's had Animorphs Transformers, kind of like Transformers Beast Wars. This is when Kenner was a thing. So they had this. So this, I don't know what her name is, but it's she transforms into an aardvark. Crazy. But there it is. She's an aardvark, and she is a lady, and the tongue sticks out. Very interesting. That's all it does. She doesn't come off of the thing. It's just basically she morphed. So there we go. And the other one I had was this. So this is a lizard. A lizard with a tail, like one of these weird-ass tail things. So, yeah, from Animorphs, this goes here, which now he has a lizard crotch. Maybe that's his little pouch. I don't know. But, again, Animorphs. So you have this guy who turns into a gecko for some dumbass reason. I don't know why. But there he is. He's a gecko. I have, in my collection, I don't really have too many Animorphs toys, but I do have the fly. So they actually came with a fly. Can you imagine being an Animorph and just being stuck as a shit-eating fly? Weird. All right, next is, actually, they had a few Mighty Max things in there, too, so I collect Mighty Max. I just need some of the harder later series to complete the whole entire thing. But they had this. So this is just the shell, and it comes with this little thing here. Again, it's excited because the parts usually are always lost, but again, for 25 cents, and I'm going to keep referencing the 25 cents bit because again, for 25 cents, I'm not too angry about just picking up this. So again, yeah, he's a little horror, not a horror head, but they call it something else, a mini playset, like a tax to whatever. So again, another Mighty Max thing. I think this one is from the Cyclops piece, and then we have one from the mountain or the dragon. I think this one was from the dragon. I don't know. And we have, I think this is also Mighty Max somehow. I just don't know how. I could be wrong with that one. So I think the piece de resistance in this whole entire thing is this. So for those who like mini playsets, you know this. So this is from a toy company called, now I know this, so all of this stuff that I'm going to spit out right now is basically stuff that I've researched over time. So this is a mini playset from the line called Body Wars. It was a very short-lived thing by Toy Max. Toy Max, I think, also did, they might have done the Creepy Crawlers action figures as well, but Body Wars, so basically all of these were body pieces. There was a skull, there was a brain, a stomach, a heart, a liver maybe, I don't know, a spleen, but they all came with a projectile, and then they all came with a little hero, which that was the hero, and they came with 3 or 4 little germs, or maybe even 2 little germs. But it's a really cool playset. As you can see, you put the projectile in there. I was hoping that this was that, but it's not. It's definitely not the projectile. So, as you can see, it's pretty detailed inside. It has a little control panels, and it shows the brain. And on the boxes of these figures themselves, there's little science facts about the human body and the human brain and the human organs that they come with. Really cool. So kind of you learn while you play, but these are super difficult to find in the wild, I've found, but very cool to have in your collection. The next, I think this is a cereal toy. So this is, obviously, you know who this is. This is Casper, and I think this is like a decoder of some sort. I don't really know how this goes. Maybe that's on the, oh, there we go, yeah. So this is a decoder, and you basically move this around. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pretty sure that says "You are great," or something stupid. But it looks like a cereal toy. I don't know. I mean, this would be it also could be a, let's see what it says. I don't know. It says Boston Chicken? Boston Chicken? Yeah, 1997 Boston Chicken. So more than likely, this is one of those Boston Chicken places. That restaurant that I don't even think exists anymore. So I didn't even know they had kids' meals. All right, so here's another one of those mix and match things that I had prior. I mean, there you go. This one is super goofy looking, but still pretty cool. Another definitely dinosaur. This one is, I think, supposed to be some sort of Allosaurus or Tyrannosaurus Rex. Obviously, we know for a fact, because we've all traveled in time, that this looks nothing like a dinosaur that we know of. So there we go. This one here is actually another cool one, unknown to me. I guess I don't know if you want to call it the newer series or the continuation of the old series, but Erie, Indiana had the Other Dimension. So it had a separate series, a separate show about 2 kids, very close to the original 2 kids, that, moved to Indiana and were finding out the same stuff as the original kids did. So I think this is a bank of some sort. Evidence tag number 13. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Looks like as I said, looks like a bank, but looks like a locker. 1999. So yeah, it was from the 90s, but again, I don't even know what. I think there was an eye that used to like wind up and jump around, and maybe something. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, a secret storage container. Look at that. Learn something new every day. There we go. That's that. This here, a lot of people don't know about this, or maybe a lot of people do know, but so a lot of people know about the McDonald's Super Mario Brothers 3 crossover or promotion, but this was an under 3 toy. So you guys know of the Goomba that jumps up by the little suction cup on the bottom, and you know of the little Koopa Troopa that you squeeze a little thing, and of course you have Mario that springs up, and then Luigi that pulls back. But this was the under 3 toy that, if you didn't want to choke on your toys like many kids did back then, you would get this, and you just have Mario in a Tanuki suit, or the raccoon suit, not Tanuki, excuse me, don't murder me, Mario fans, in the raccoon costume, doing this whole thing. So, kind of neat. I never saw that in the wild before, so I figured I'd pick it up. Another Mighty Max thing, I can't remember what Mighty Max set this goes to, but I know it definitely goes to a set. a bigger set. I'll put that to the side. Not much more to say about that. Another crazy find for me was this. This is the under 3 toy for Transformers. Again, a lot of McDonald's toys had specific under 3 toys that were themed for kids that didn't want to choke, and they were themed of the series. And of course, you were 7, 8, 9. You didn't think about saying, "Oh, I want an under 3 toy." So a lot of these are scarce nowadays. But this is under 3, and his name is under 3. But if you open this up, it's actually, I think, a Leo Prime or something like that. Like, he's the lion, Optimus Prime. So, again, not too often you see one of those in the wild. All right, so we have another Mighty Max toy. Again, a mini set. Not the horror heads, but a mini set. This one actually came with the, whatever you want to call it, the little caveman. So we'll put that guy in here. I mean, I think he comes, that's who he came with, Caveman. So, I don't, actually, to be honest with you, I don't really know if this guy was supposed to come with the Caveman. Maybe he was. Oh, wait, no. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but, oh, yeah, that's right. They actually had hinges on the legs, so that's why he wouldn't fit. So, there we go. But even if he doesn't, still cool to have a Mighty Max set with an actual piece in there. Another Mighty Max accessory. This, I don't know. I know this looks like a masked rider, a common rider, but I don't know what it was supposed to do, if it was supposed to be a, like, decoder ring, if it was supposed to have something inside. It definitely has that masked rider or common rider, like, decoration to it. No stamps except for this one. This one says Discovery Concepts, Saban 97. So yes, it was definitely Masked Rider, but Saban, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess they had a kid's meal. Maybe this was a cereal insert. Who knows? So for now, that's it. I have a bunch left over. We're going to do a part 2 at some point. So thanks for watching in. Hopefully you're going to watch part 2. But I still got a bunch of cool stuff in here, and we'll go through it. And, we'll I guess, have a review or like a recap at the end of the show. So thanks for tuning in. And I think from this first batch, this definitely, and this, all this stuff is cool. It's just a matter of, if you're looking at value-wise, which I tend to not do. But so anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you tune in to part 2. I'm going to label them part 1 and part 2. So catch you on the next episode. And thanks for checking everything out.